You're looking at a daily chart of TG Therapeutics, who reported earnings on Monday, and better than expected, and the stock ramped, and their launch of their new drug is going well. And the reason why I picked this one is because it's one of the strongest stocks that I can find. You can see the relative strength line just pointing straight up. So this is going up as our market goes down. I don't even want to discuss the market because, Jerome Powell is going to make an announcement on interest rates tomorrow, and the market's paralyzed by the Federal Reserve these days. And this is a good week to just go fishing or do nothing, because the market's going to have a response, then a response to the response after the announcement. And usually it hurts the shorts and the longs if you try to jump in too quickly. So I need to let it settle. And this thing, is just one of the stronger stocks. So I thought I would highlight this one. Vertex is another one. They reported earnings. They got good news on a phase 2 trial, I believe. But yeah, this stock had a base on base pattern and is just moving higher, shows a lot of strength. And it's just one of these quality stocks. If you look at their earnings stability here, 16, yeah, the lower the number, the better. They've been a pretty steady earner over the years. And Vertex, just a quality stock. 88 billion market cap. And one of my friends was suggesting that maybe they will be in the market to take out one of these small pharma plays, because they have about $12 billion cash on hand. Another medical stock that I like is Novo Nordisk. They're going to report earnings on Thursday morning, and their stock will probably be based on how their weight loss drugs, Ozempic and Wegovy, are selling. So I'm looking forward to that. Merck is another drug stock, made an all-time high today. You can see this base. It's been on our watch list or ready list, and now starting to move away from its base here. They reported earnings last week, had a little shakeout and ramping higher. And you'll see that often, stocks will shake out before they move higher. The weak hands sell and then turn their shares over to the stronger hands. You can see something similar here with Lilly, how it just pulled back here these 3 days and shook people out as it pulled back to the 10 EMA and then ripped higher. So it happens quite often. I'll post a video on, and I've been shaken out myself many times, before the big move. And you got to have the discipline to buy them back, if you really want to own the stock. Anyway, Lilly looks strong, makes a new high today. So those are the drug stocks that are doing well and making new highs. I want to take a look at some of the other, I'm looking for bright spots here, because there's plenty of stuff selling off and getting hammered. This is Rambus. They reported earnings last night. Not real great earnings, but the response was great. You can see it did the old Debo Samuel here. It put one foot in the ground and just headed upfield here. It sliced its 50 and then ran right through it. This is what you want to see. You don't want to see these stocks trading below the 50 for too long, because they tend to rally weakly up to the 50 and then get rejected and trade lower. So good for the longs at Rambus. Congrats. LSCC, this is Lattice. They reported as well, and they've had a good response here the last 3 days. You can see the volume coming in. So maybe that will continue through the 50. We're just going to have to wait and see. AMD reported tonight, not a great response to that. So we're just going to have to wait and see how that goes tomorrow in the next couple of sessions. Allegro, once again, sliced the 50's, got a long way to go to get back up to that level, but it has been up the last 3 sessions. And NVDA, of course, you talk semiconductors, you have to talk NVIDIA. And it just had a nice quiet inside day today. This thing has been ramping. And okay, since I mentioned AMD, down 5, almost 6% after hours. So not a good response so far. You never know what's going to happen. Could reverse tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, I mentioned that there's been, a lot of blowups this earnings season, and you got to be careful out there. This is Pi. It was down, I want to say, close to 40% last week after reporting earnings. Just some stocks are just getting hammered. Another semiconductor, MBLY, sliced its 50, and now it's going to take forever to try to rally back up there. And just in time out for a while. CROX, the same thing. So I get away from the semiconductors. This is a retail stock, down 16% one day, and now it's 4 days in a row volume is starting to decrease, so maybe the sellers are getting out of that one. I could see this one trading back to that 110, 109 area here. It's just going to be in timeout for a while. So I could see this thing doing something like this, before next earnings. So maybe it'll make another base on base pattern. We're just gonna have to wait and see, but it's definitely not a buy at this point. Arista Networks is one just blown up today. This is a richly valued stock, and a lot of these growth stocks are, they're priced to perfection. If you don't get perfection, then they sell off hard. So that's what happened to Arista Networks today. Chegg, this is an education stock, which was great during COVID, but looks like Peloton. Now it sold off after earnings, and the CEO cited ChatGPT as a reason that students are just using AI and not using their products. And so DUOL sold off in sympathy with that, and it just traded down to its 50 today. And I'd watch this one because I don't think there's any relation between ChatGPT and I don't know, maybe people are learning a language on ChatGPT and not paying for Duolingo. We're gonna have to wait till next week when they have earnings on May 9th to find out. There were some more surprises here. I wanted to cite Uber. I don't really care for this stock, but it has been up 3 days in a row. And the reason why I don't is it's just got so many shares. And you got to move mountains here to move this stock. And it's it's just too much supply, but maybe it can break out above that 37.58 area. It takes a lot of demand to move all that supply. So SMCI is another one that reported tonight. It was up pretty good after hours. I saw it at 115. Now it's 113, but we'll see. This is the sell-off when they guided lower, and then they reported tonight, and so it was all priced in. So, maybe it'll get back up to that area of 118, 119. We'll see. But, just got to wait for Jerome Powell. We're held hostage here, and we never give up. And I'll be back tomorrow.